You might remember it. It's called the Fearless Heart mudra. So you take your hands in front, and you're going to cross the wrist in front of you with the right hand closest to the body. Obviously, don't mirror me. I'm on a TV screen. So they're like crossed, and you've got the backs of the hands facing each other. Then you're going to interlink the little finger, the middle finger, and the index finger. So you're left up with your thumbs and your ring fingers free, and then you're going to see if you can just touch them together. It's quite a stretch for the fingers. So you've interlaced the little fingers, the middle finger, the index finger, and the ring finger and the thumbs are going to touch. So then just place that just in front of the heart space. You can close your eyes if you want to. We're only going to be here for a minute maximum. Just take some deep breaths here, holding on to the Fearless Heart mudra. And you can meditate on having the courage to keep your heart open and loving, and especially at times in your life when maybe something like fear, hate or anger pull you away. Or maybe even this idea that you could just be a little bit more fearless about decisions. I've been enjoying mountain biking lately, and I never used to enjoy riding downhill, so it could be a really subtle part of your life that you want to work with Fearless Heart. Couple more deep breaths. Think about expanding and opening the heart. You can also think about the space behind the heart. And then we're going to slowly unravel, so just stretch out the fingers. Take the fingers out and just do a little bit of a wiggle, shaking on the fingers and a shake on the wrists. We're going to go stand up on the mats, feet hip width apart. Again, just shaking out fingers and wrists, maybe go to shoulders and elbows. And then bring it all into some stillness, shoulders down and back, tuck the pelvis under. Find the pelvic floor and pull in 100%, and also work with TVA, that when we hollow down to the hips. Pull in, we're going to hold for 1 second and then slow release out. And we're going to do it 10 times. So it's going to be in and out and in and out. Slow release out, in and out and in. Now just check you're not holding your breath, and out and in and out. 5 more, and in and out. Try not to grip your toes, and in and out. Relax the muscles in your face, and in and out and in, out. Last one, and in and out. Nice, let's just go to 50% now, just halfway, engaging pelvic floor and TVA. Let's go to the shoulders, circling them back. Adding in the elbows, just that little bit of opening there on the chest, and then arms all the way up, breathing in and breathing out, release. Bring the eye gaze forwards. You might be looking down at a screen, so see if you can bring it forwards now. Stand as tall as a mountain as you lift up. Stay nice and strong there through the core. Try not to arch in the lower back. Just a couple more of these. It might feel like the first time you've taken a proper breath all day, or it's perhaps just the first time you've noticed it. Let's jazz walk. So just rolling over the feet onto the balls of the feet. Roll down through that, up through to the big toe. Take a side to side arm swing. It's a bit of joyful, isn't it? A little bit of side to side, and then every now and again you just fancy it. You just step forwards and you do a circle around, and then again it's a side to side jazz walk. It's a bit of free movement, just warming up through the ankles And you just step forwards and you circle it around. A couple more. Step forwards and circle. Okay, I've got another mudra here, it's the Kali mudra. Index fingers join, everything else interlinks. So it's a bit like the gun position, cross the thumbs, index fingers along, everything else interlinked. Breathing in, over the head, breathing out, bring it down. You can do this through your nose if you can, if you haven't got a cold or anything, you've got clear sinuses. Breathe in quite quickly, breathing out, release. So Kali mudra is quite a good one we use for clearing out blockages through the body. So we're going to use it as this idea of going up through the spine, clearing through the nervous system, but also if you've got anything stuck there in the mind, let it go, send it out. And we're going to put this into side bends. It's going to be take it up and then a gentle drift over, press down into the mat with your feet and then bring it down. And then again up. Explore into that side bend space. Think about the core muscles here. Try not to lean forwards or lean back through this move, so stay in the same plane. Really stretch out, really right through to those index fingers. 2 more. Coming to centre. We're going to go to the squat. You can grab your weights in if you want. I'm going to show you what we're going to do with them. It's going to be squat. You would normally go front raise, but we're going to go 1 forwards, 1 back. 1 forwards, 1 back. So you can put your weights into that one. Feet hip width apart. Check your feet are parallel, facing forwards. Eye gaze forwards. It's a nice little row back. It's quite hard if you've got heavy weights, this one. Think about the alignment here, the shoulders, the knees, the toes. Send the hips backwards in space, get that length there through the lower back. Four more. Squeezing those glutes as you rise up. Okay, coming into centre, take a nice wide squat position, bending in the knees. You might have your weights here, take a big circle around, a bit like our jazz walk swing. I'm just going to grab my weights but keep going. One weight or both together, breathing in lift, breathing out lower, try and stay still in the middle, in the core, the head still. 4 one way, 4 the other. Breathing in lift, breathing out release, staying low in that squat if you can. The next move is called halo, so you can imagine, I'm going to go one way on this, you can maybe imagine that an angel's halo, and you just you draw that halo around the head, so it's kind of a bit like a circle like what we've just done in the front of the body, but the circle is over the top of your head. You can do it without the weight as well if you want to. Now use your core here to stabilise. Quite a strange one, isn't it? Because you don't know if you're actually doing a circle. Other way around, which might feel weird as well. Which does feel weird for me. Oh dear. Just a couple more. And then we'll put the weights down and we're going to come down into a really low squat here. So if you bend the knees and just touch the ground. You can take the elbows down through the middle. Quite low here in our squats, almost like we're a frog. And then from here we can take a twist, so just bend in the elbow and then reaching up towards the ceiling. It's quite a nice one, thinking about the heart space, this one, opening the heart space, other side. We'll go 3 on each side, alternating. So really work with bending into that, like you're really curling into the stretch. Take the eye gaze up in there as well. Works with the hips as well. Bit of a stretch there for the hips. And one more. Slow uncurl, chin to chest. Uncurl out of your low squat. And we're going to take a balanced position here. So just put the weight into one foot. And we're going to take Abhaya Mudra. It's the right hand. And it just really simply goes palm in front. But then try and straighten your fingers and get your fingers together. And really stretch through that hand. Transfer the weight into one foot then and just hold and breathe into this mudra. This mudra is really another one that ties in with fear, fearlessness and protection. It's just placing this in front, steadying the breath. You might not normally put it into balance, that's just me. From here then, let's take our heel lifts. So if you can roll through the foot. 5 lifts here. Keep stretching up through those fingers, engage the core muscles. Then we're going to take eagle balance. So we're going to cross the knees and then the opposite side of the body to the knee you've got in on the top is going to go under. We'll release from that mudra, interlink the fingers. Grow nice and tall up with the elbows here. So get the stretch between the shoulders. And then exhale and just begin to fold, elbows going down to knees. And if you want to here, going all the way down to the floor, legs crossed. I know you can't see my legs. And then stand all the way back up. Through forward fold. Chin to chest. And lifting up. It does play a little bit with balance on that. Step that front forward, that front foot back. Arms overhead. Just a quick warrior one just to extend out of all of that bending, forward folding. And release. Other side with the balance. Right hand again. Just lifting up with that mudra. See if you can get those fingers nice and straight. Fingers together. This idea that we can face our fears, that there are ways to find protection. Then those heel lifts, rolling up through the feet. Using that pelvic floor for your balance, squeezing in the glute muscle. Then let's explore eagle, so crossing over the front leg. Then the other side's going to go underneath. Balance the body, interlink the fingers, start to raise the arms so you get the stretch between the shoulders. And then exhale, begin to fold, elbows down into knees. Maybe you can keep the legs crossed, come all the way down, seated position. Now, some people can rise without using the hands. There's a challenge. Otherwise, lifting up to forward fold. Chin dipping towards the chest. And curl. That front leg's going to go back, arms up, warrior one. And release from there. Okay, let's go single leg exercise. Your choice here, 10 on each leg. Whether you're going to do your lunges, deadlifts, chair squats, dips off a step, Bulgarian split squat. Gonna let you choose 10 on each leg. Working with balance, working with glute strength. I tend to choose the chair squats quite a lot. As I do, one of the reasons is I do deadlifts on a Friday in my gym program with weight. I do weighted 20k deadlift. No, actually, I think it's about, no, not that much, 12k deadlift. But I don't have that weight in here, so the chair squats is a good one if you don't have the weights, heavy weights. And I tend to do my dips on a step on a Friday as well. I do Olympic lifts on a Friday, so. So I'm stuck in a routine is basically what I'm saying. Think about squeezing the glutes, sending the hips forwards and up. Also engaging in the core. What's happening with the feet, the knees, is the feet dropping in under the arch, is the knee pronating in. So we try and control what's going on. If balance is too much, then you can always hold on to something. Still work your strength. Being aware of the breath, trying to hold the breath anywhere, any point. If you're done, you're coming back in, it's a down dog or it's a puppy dog, and I'll meet you there. Just taking that jazz walk in the puppy dog, in the down dog. Spread the fingers, send the hips up towards the ceiling, looking back towards your legs, spiraling biceps towards each other, stretching the backs of the legs. I've got a bit of a squeaky mat. I don't know if you can hear that. I don't know why this one squeaks, the other one didn't squeak. Okay, let's bring it all the way down onto all fours. Hands under shoulders and knees under hips. We're going to take knee to nose in this position, and we're going to allow ourselves to move here. So we're going to go chin to chest. You can see I'm rounding through the back. Keep the knee bent. Point the toes up to the ceiling. Look forwards. And then again. So if you can do 4 to 5 of these. Same side. Engage the core muscles. Point those toes up towards the ceiling. You might find the stretch there on the front of the hip, the quads, as you point the toes and you take those toes up. One more on that side, knee to nose. And then we'll swap sides. So again, chin going towards the chest, the knee going towards the head, point the toes. You'll feel the glutes having to work quite hard with the control on this, but it's not like the normal, the move where we're extending and balancing. It's a different feel. Keep working with the toes here, pointing them up to the ceiling. Take the eye gaze forwards as you lift the toes up. Okay, so from there then, let's go to a low lunge. I'm going to invite you to put your blocks in, if you want them. Furniture also works, or books. It's just to place them for support, really. So here we're going to think about the line of the spine. So we've done the mudras are clear, blockages in there, we don't want to create new ones. So keeping the line of the spine with your, that rhymed, with your blocks in there to get some lift. If you're struggling with blocks in there, you could always just place your hands on your knees. So we're trying to get this line from the hips going all the way up. That's kind of also an option, is just to rest your hands, the crown of head in line with spine. Tuck the back toes under if you want to, a bit more intense stretch there on the front of that leg. And just breathe. From there, we're going to go to hamstring stretch, and this is when using blocks or your props are quite useful, because you're just going to straighten that front leg. And again, we're trying to keep that length through the spine here. Hips square to the way we're facing. Flex that front foot and then take a circle on it. So working with the ankle and the foot in there. Still staying nice and tall. So you can think about lifting up your heart space there, if that helps. But again, furniture's quite good. If you did it by the side of a sofa as well, you could hold one hand on the sofa, that's quite useful, or something like that. Then we're going to go to our gate pose, so you can have the blocks at the front there. Take that same leg that you had forwards, take it to the side. Rocking forwards and back if you want to, or just holding into that stretch. And again, you can see how my back's nice and straight, so I'm really working with that length through the spine. Or you could have your hands down on the floor, but again, think about that line in the spine. And we're not kind of rounding into the back. So this one's a bit of a funky one. I'm going to show you forwards on for this one. So we were there in gate pose. Take your hand down towards the mat, or you can put your block in there, and then just see if you can take a quad stretch in that position. So taking hold of the ankle. So you might find that you want to lift your hand up onto something, so you could put your, that's when I said about the block, you can put the block in there. Furniture also. Now here, we've just done that knee to nose and we were working through the back bit. I want you to knit the lower ribs together now. And I want you to tuck the pelvis under. So we're not like hyperextending and going like what would be in a bow position. We're engaging the core, tucking the pelvis under and doing like a real functional type quad stretch. And then release. So we would have been in that position. Bring that foot back. Let's sink it down. Let's find pigeon pose. It's that one I've been doing lately where we step back into pigeon. You can bring it all the way down here if you want to, or you can lift yourself up with your pigeon. I'm not really able to do this well, but some people can circle their arms around up to the ceiling in this position. It's not one I demo well, that one, so I won't do it. Or you can bring it all the way down, take a rest. You can put blocks in there if you want to. And then we'll come up, we're going to do those stretches on the other side. And again, I'm going to invite you to use your blocks or bits of furniture. So it's the other leg's going to go forwards, low lunge. So the leg you had back on your pigeon is the one you're going to step forwards here. Then thinking about the position on the spine, is squaring the hips to the way you're facing, maybe tucking those back toes under. And you always have, everyone's different here, you have to play with where you're going to put your furniture blocks, things, to get into this position. We're thinking about lifting the heart space. Thinking about getting that length there through the stride. Eye gaze can bring it forwards. Squeaky mats. So from there it's that hamstring stretch, so straightening that front leg And again, you might have to adjust yourself. You might want to use the wall even, or bits of furniture, to keep that nice upright position. Circling with that foot just to explore any stretches there in the ankles and the feet. Any knee issues, you could do this in standing position. One leg set forward, circling, hamstring stretch. So next we go to the gate pose. I'm going to show you this day, so I've got a wall. So one leg going like out to the side. Blocks if you want to. Again, you're trying to get that nice length through the spine. Rocking forwards and back. Then preparing for quad stretch here. Again, you can use a prop in here if you want to, or take it all the way down to the floor, holding on to the front of the ankle, and then knit the ribs together. So we're not extending there, we're not arching in the lower back. Tuck the pelvis under, that's one way of thinking about it. Think about that length through the spine here. We're not actually twisting at any point here. We're in the same plane like when we did the side bend earlier on. And breathe. Then releasing from there, that leg goes back, and then we're going to turn whichever way it is, round for pigeons. And then again, your choice here, if you like to do the circling the arms up to breathe in, and then breathe out, bring it down. If pigeon on your front isn't suiting you, you could always do pigeon on your back. Hug knee to the chest, and then draw the foot across that midline. Okay, let's come away from that lying on our fronts then. Let's take some extension work here. Have the arms in front of us, legs stretched out behind. See if you can point the toes, soles of the feet shining to the ceiling. Glute activation exercise here. So just squeezing in the glute, lifting up one leg, other side. Squeeze, lift. Let's try and get the chain working. The glute squeeze, the hamstring engage, the opposite side of the lower back stabilizing. So we're not rocking side to side, engaging with the core. So adding in here if you want to, and if you don't want to add in, you could simply do arms, not legs. So you go opposite arm, opposite leg, lift and lower. Just like what we do on all fours, this one, but in prone position. You can bring the eye gaze forwards. Thinking about length here, thinking about extension. Exhale into that extension, squeezing in those glutes. It's not an easy one as well, thinking about that length there through the arms. Try and get a little bit of a lift on the heart space. Couple more. Then rest, but either in Sphinx or take Cobra. So bring your arms closer to your body and get into a lift with Cobra. A couple of breaths there in the hold, or maybe you're there in Sphinx for your rest. Inhale, expand the rib cage. Okay, let's have a little go with swan dive. So bring it all the way down, and you've got your options here. I quite like doing my extension work with the block on swan dive. So bringing them or furniture, whatever you've got that's a little beginning to give you a bit of a lift. That's going to be your lift part, your stretch. Just to give you an awareness of how high that you're going to aim for. Pool boy, that's a good idea. So we come down to cactus position. You can lift head and shoulders, lift and lower. That's your first level. You're working with the top part of the spine. Next level, you're lifting up the arms with that lift and lower. You're keeping things quite close to the body. Next layer, when you're ready, you're bringing in that extension, and you've got your props in there, maybe if you're working with props. You can try and extend over the props as well. 2 more, whichever level that you're going to work with. Exhale into the lifts. Exhale into the extensions. And then we're going to come on all fours. It's going to be cat stretch, chin to chest. Tuck the pelvis under. Get some space between the shoulder blades, send the breath there. Inhale towards the top part of that chest and expand. Choice here, if you feel it, you can take a circle in the hips. So just exploring that space, perhaps going really slowly with that. There's also a chance now to do your wrist stretch, just taking it one at a time, fingers going to the outside and round. Just working with some of the smaller muscles. Then we're going to come down to plank, so elbows underneath your shoulders. Option 1, knees down. Option 2, legs straight. Let's take 30 seconds. We're going to do 2 sets of these planks, 2 sets of 30. The first one, we're going to hold it nice and still and just work with the core muscles. And that lump through the spine. As we breathe, you can think about the breath moving round, moving any blockages. So we've started. Keep the breathing. Then lower down, take a 10 seconds rest. The next one's going to have a little bit of movement in it, so I'll do a demo. Going to lift the hips, option 1, knees down, and just gently taking the hips to the side, to the centre, to the side, and to the centre. Option 2, you've got your legs straight, and come off my squeaky mat, and then you're just rocking side to side. Again, it's going to be about 30 seconds, it's going to be about 10, isn't it? 10, lower and lift. Keep the focus there on the breath, keep the focus on the core. If the rocking's too much, just work with a stationary plank. And then release down, 10 seconds rest. Gonna take a press up position, but I'm not gonna call it a push up actually. I'm gonna call it a stretch. Take your hands off the mat and go up onto your fingertips. And it's kind of in between a cat pose and in between a plank pose, this. And we're going to bend in the elbows, take a fingertip, chest, stretch, lower down, push up. We're only going to do 4 of these. I'm going to treat it like a chest stretch across the space there. Also activating all the fingertips as well, the energy center, all the energy ends. One more. And then the release is on child's pose, sit back to your heels. Bring your forehead down, and you can always bring your floor up on that one. You can put your props in. Take a diamond shape, so thumbs touch, index fingers touch, and then all the other fingers can just spread. Place your diamond just in front of you. Your elbows drop to the sides. So just visualize now the colour orange. Like you're going to colour yourself in. If you're looking at a picture of yourself, colour yourself in orange. Or imagine that you have an orange blanket over you. An orange, and we're going to link here to the second chakra, the sacral, lower abdomen space, which is linked to creativity and emotional well-being. If you visualize a glowing orange jewel, kind of in your pelvic area. Keep it glowing. Keep that orange light just radiating from that point, going over the body, round the body. Keep colouring in. So sometimes if we're feeling unbalanced in this chakra, we might feel things like boredom or lack of motivation. It's also quite strongly linked into like sensuality and being quite physical, our physical needs, and it's kind of a centre for self-worth as well. Take a couple more breaths of orange light. And then we're coming out from there, we're going to pick a side. How am I doing on time? Not too bad. Seated position. Mermaidy seated position. Whichever you find comfortable here. Arms out to the sides, and we're going to take side bend here. So you can bend in the elbow to support yourself, and obviously one side's always going to be a little bit more tricky to get down into that side bend. Try not to lean forwards too much or lean back. Kind of very subtle hip work there, because we're obviously working upper body, not necessarily moving there with hips. And then we'll take one hand down and we'll just take a couple of these chest opening, heart space opening twists. We're only taking a couple. Great, let's go down then. We're going to go to clams, so you can put your loop bands in if you want to. Have one weight handy. Let's get everything in line, heels in line with hips, in line with shoulders. Almost like you're going to fall forwards and then engage the core. Lift and lower top knee. Try and work into the tension of the band. So it doesn't always make sense to go all the way together. So you could start at hip width and just pulse into the actual tensiony bit. Depends on the tension of your bands. Or if you like working the full range in and out, that's fine. Adding in the weight then, scapular set with one hand. Everything opens, everything in. So if we think about scapular set, when we're doing it standing up, we've got the palms facing us. So if that helps to... Couple more. Still engaging the core. And release that down, still keep the weight there. But straighten out the legs, lift top leg, lift bottom leg, lift that rib cage. Now option here with the weight, is you'd hold the weight, lift and lower. Lateral raise, but keep those feet lifted. It's going to work with your balance. See if you can keep the rib cage lifted. movement with the arms. Bring the eye gaze forwards, try not to look down at the legs. It's a little bit harder than it looks, doesn't it, this one? Don't forget to breathe. Releasing down, bend the knees. You can leave the band in there. And just, we're going to do a couple of these. Just making a clam with our arms now. So rest one hand on top of the other. And we're going to slide this hand on top of the arm across the chest. And then open out. So you do need a bit of space. I know I've got a wall. You need a bit of space for this one. Open across the heart space, across the chest, and then just closing it gently back round. And then we'll just do 2 of them. Try and keep the knees still on top of the other knee. Knees. Plural. Okay, let's finish off this side with a side plank then. We're just going to take a 10-second hold. Elbow underneath your shoulder, into your hip lift position, option 1, knee down, maybe straight leg, option 2, leg straight, hip lifted, perhaps arm or elbow up to ceiling, giving that opening across the chest. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Okay, let's go on the other side. We start with the mermaidy position. This will always be a difficult side, won't it? Feels like I feel like a different person on this side. Arms out. Side bend. Just exploring. See if we can bend in the elbow. Get that stretch along the lats there. Any swimmers in the house gonna like this one. Maybe feeling some subtle stretches there in the hips. Then placing that hand down, ready for the twist. Breathing in, open. Breathing out, gentle twist. Just 2. 2 super slow. Big inhales, long exhales. Then it's those clams. Coming down. Bands if you want them, glute bands. Bend the knees, then those heels in line with hips, in line with shoulders, engaging the core muscles. Start with a few clams before you add in the scapular set with the weight. Elbow just resting on the top. Palm facing you, option with or without the weight. Open and close. Keep engaging with the core. Does make it go a bit harder when you put the scapular set in. I don't know if anyone else is finding that. A lot going on. Exhale into the lift. Just a couple more. Okay, let's straighten out the legs. Lift top leg, lift bottom leg. Lift up the rib cage. Then arm up, arm down. Option there to put your weights in. Arm up, arm down. Engaging the core here. It's a bit of work here with balance. Just a couple more. Okay, let's put the weight down. We're going to go to that clown. So bend the knees. Have a rest lying down on your side, one hand on top of the other, and then slowly, and this really does link into the sacral chakra because it's like this sensuality bit, pressing into that arm as you go, like a massage, opening out, really opening the heart space, gently closing it back down. And then again, opening, so if you can get a little bit further into that stretch. Try not to lift the top knee. And bring it back down. Okay, let's side plank. Option 1, knees down, hips up. Option 2, legs straight. We're going to go 10 seconds. Keep that opening across the chest. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and releasing down. Let's go away from the band, or the band away from us. Lying on our backs. Going to go for the 100. We're going to do 5 sets. Find your neutral spine, relax your shoulders. Length at the back of the neck. You can always grab a block if you find your chin or cushion. Chin lifting up to the ceiling on this. Just get something underneath your head. Pelvic tilt, find that neutral spine. Let's pull in the core muscles, find that pelvic floor. 4 toe taps, 8 pulses, and then an 8-second hold. Here we go then, lift and lower. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift head and shoulders, pulse the arms. Keep the tummy still. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fingertips to knees, hold. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And release. If you want more, tabletop this. 4, 3, 2, 1 to pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And again, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 2 more. 4, 3, 2. Palms up. 1. Pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Teasers if you've got them. Hold. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last time, and 4, 3, 2, 1. Pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And release. Full body stretch. Give everything a bit of a squeeze. Point the toes. Scrunch up the fists. Get your shoulders up to your ears. Scrunch up your face. Take a really big deep breath in. And breathing out. Just release. Any shape you want. We're going to bend the knees. Place your hands on your hips and take a heel slide away. Come back to center, stay there in neutral spine. And then just take the arms up to the ceiling. Remember we did in the very beginning the jazz walk with the arms going side to side. Now try it side to side. So you straighten one arm, go to the opposite side, center, side, center. Swing to the side, center. Then let's just try that if you want there in tabletop. Try and stay nice and still in the center. Using the core muscles in, putting that lower back down. Couple more of these. Hug knees to chest, rock or circle. Gonna do a combine here with the shoulder stand into double leg stretch. So it's gonna be knees to chest, arms over the head, double leg stretch. Imprint lower back down, then knees to chest, hands down to the down to your hips. Legs go up, hips go up to the shoulder stand. Arms over, arms back, lift, arms over, double leg, arms down, hip lift. You might not stay up there in shoulder stand with it. You might just do the hip lift and then go straight in. So it can be a faster move, or if you want, it can be a slow hold and you can work your shoulder bridge in a hold. If the hip lift is feeling a little bit too much, shoulder double leg, or just arms. Just arms going over. Probably should have laid that first, sorry. After all of that. Just a couple more, whichever layer you're on. Arms out to the sides, both knees drop across to one side, coming into centre, over to the other side. Spine twist. Now, options here if you want it. Remember eagle, crossing the legs. Take your legs crossed and then put in your twist. And you can take that to the other side there as well, so you can work a twist in both ways. And then you can swap those legs over on the eagle legs. You find you get a little bit like glute stretching in there as well, and stretching with the hips. Then we'll go to the long bands and we'll get our hamstring stretch in. So if you like the flex and point work into the length of the band, go for that. If you want just your standard hamstring stretch as well, you've got that. If you like to move into your stretch, bend the knee and straighten. I'm just trying to get you to think about what it is that your body kind of needs at this point. Might just need a stretch. I definitely need a stretch, being on my bike. Tends to tighten things up there, and tightens my hamstrings up a bit. About 30 seconds, push your way behind the knee, so if you can get that length in there. Try not to lift up the hip. Relax your shoulders. Notice if you're holding tension in any of the joints. Has the ankle got tension on it? Has the hip got any tension sitting with it? Just exploring any other bits going on. Is the knee holding tension? Leg out to the side. Coming back to centre, and then we'll go on the other side. Hamstring stretch. Relaxing the shoulders. Deep breaths. Funny saying that, isn't it? Deep breaths. It's like dig. You never really think about going in your body deep. Maybe you do. Deep breaths. Yeah. dear. Push right at the back of the knee. Again, notice where if there's any other tension, is the ankle holding tension? Can you just release it? Just focus on the hamstrings. Is there any tension on the knee or the hip? It's just building up that mindful awareness of the body. And then leg out to the side. Okay, let's put the bands down. Bring the heels a little bit closer in. Just going to take a shoulder bridge, and we're only going to use that just for a spine mobility exercise here. So take the arms over chin to chest, get nice and tall, and then really slowly lowering that back down, vertebrae by vertebrae. Thinking about the movement through the spine, all the nervous system, all the messages. So just using this today as a bit of a reset, so pressing down through the feet. A reset for the brain and body. Not challenging it too much today, just a bit of a reset. Hug knees into chest, rock or circle. Bring up to seated position. How am I doing on time? Okay, great. Roll backs here if you want them. Time for any roll backs. If you don't want to, you could work with spine mobility, C-shaped upright. Try not to lift the chin on that move, so it's more about spine. Otherwise you could do, if you want to have a rest, a butterfly stretch. Soles of feet together. And have a little bit of a rest and some stillness with that one. Rock back and come back to seated position. Treat it like a massage for the spine. You could always open out at the top if you want to, more stretching on the backs of the legs. You could crisscross those legs over the head if you want to. Seals if you want to as well. Clap the feet together, hands underneath. Okay. Oh, I've got a new one. Let's do that. Just looking at my paper. I've got to stay on schedule. Flex the feet. I'm going to do a slow roll down, and I'm going to combine it with a back plank, and I've got a new, I'm going to call it thoracic rotation surprise. Flexing the feet then. Options here, you can put your bands in. I'll layer you in. Bring it down vertebrae by vertebrae. So you're all the way down, and then chin to chest. Lift yourself back up. The back plank then looks like this. To bend the knees and you're lifting up. That's what we call a back plank position. Quite good for the backs of the arms. Now the thoracic surprise that you're all waiting to hear what it is a bit like a clam like we did earlier. You're reaching all the way over, so if you can touch. Coming back to centre. Don't do it near the wall like me. All the way over and to centre. Then coming down, and we're coming all the way down. Rolling down, rolling back up. And again, back plank. Options to put in your surprise. Quite heavy on the wrist, that one. I will put that out there. Perhaps one more coming down. And back. Okay. Let's go to spine twist, blocks or cushions if you want to put them in. Legs crossed, so you can do this one with legs straight. Hands heart center. Breathing in, get tall. And breathing out, twist. Breathing in to get tall. Crown of head shining to ceiling. Exhale, twist. One more each side. Then let's go back, just to finish here, go back to fearless heart. So right hand near the body, crossing the hands, backs of the hands together, and then intertwine little finger, middle finger, index finger, and then see if you can just touch that ring finger with the thumb. Place it just in front of the heart space. 3 deep breaths, option to close your eyes. Embracing fearless heart mudra. Giving ourselves courage to be open and to be open to opportunities and growth. Release those fingers, perhaps a little bit of a flutter. Just a nice little release, and hands at heart center. Namaste.
Thanks, Kate.